Hello. Welcome to another lazy video. Oh, when I do this, you cannot see my face. Sorry. Welcome to another supposedly lazy video where I'll attempt to do everything in one take, which I'll cut in 30,000 segments. It's about .com. It's about why the .com domain is still so dominant on the market. There are a zillion domains you could choose alternatively, like .art, .music is still in dispute actually. It's still not available whether it should be public, payable, and not owned by some gigantic company. And that's the problem with all these domains. You see, I tried to register posy.art last year when my main channel blew up. And it was a very decent price, or so I thought. But then I got a follow-up email that is actually more than €1,000 per year. So it wasn't that cheap at all. And the reason? It was a premium domain. Well, that basically means any short name will be more than €1,000 per year. And why is that? Because the .art domain is owned by a commercial company. And yesterday I thought, let's check how much they ask for posy.nl, which is the Dutch extension. They also asked more than €1,000 to buy the domain. The irony is that posy.nl was actually my website for 1 year when I did a collaboration with someone that didn't work out. So 1 year later, the domain was not registered anymore. And probably the company that registered .nl in the first place decided to keep it and just put it for sale. So if you have a URL, it's very important to keep that URL, because if you fail to pay, you then have to pay some six-figure, okay, not four-figure sum of money to pay for the account. It's all business. It's quite problematic. Do you like this? It's nice, right? My face is nicely visible like this. Why would you want to see my face anyway? Let's keep it like this. Let's see if I forgot something to say. Yes, there's also something called a domain hack. For example, you've got bit.ly, which is actually a Liberian domain, and YouTube uses the .be registration for its short video URLs. So I thought, does the .sy registration exist? And yes, it exists, but it's probably not a very good idea to try and register po.si. Whatever. There's another very famous domain hack from the early days. It was go.to/yourname. That was my first official URL actually. It was go.to/mdb site. And then later I decided to register mdbsite.com because mdb.com was already taken. And you may wonder, why would I want to register MDB site, which is just stupid? MDB site? Why? Come up with something more creative, you idiot. Well, I was still young. Now the sound probably distorted. But the reason is that these are my initials. Michiel de Boer. Or in English, Michael the Farmer. Barmer. What else did I forgot to say? Yes, Google has actually its own registration. For some reason, google.google does not work, but domains.google does work. And they have various other ones. I once saw an email from mail.google. So they use it for their own purposes. Probably just to prevent someone else from claiming the domain. But it's very expensive. I could, of course, do posy.posy, Does .posy exist? That's something I had. No, why the hell would that exist? That would be weird. The crazy thing is, if I register, for example, all work and no play makes Posy a dull boy .art, then it's a fair price per year. But if I register Posy.art, then it's suddenly expensive. But then I might as well register the .com version of it. And that is why .com is still popular. Domains like .com, .org, .net, .acountry, they have a fixed price because they are not owned by companies that want to make as much money as possible from the extension that they made themselves. And scrolling now are some other extensions you could buy, probably only if it's a very complex URL, because then it will be cheaper. So now you know why .com is still a popular domain extension. Other than .com is of course something that everybody understands. If you say, for example, .community, people might get confused. Oh, just go to my website, posy.community. .com? No, .community. Anyway, thanks for watching and I hope to see you soon on this lazy channel with lazy videos. Yes. Oh, I'm sitting too high all this time. That's better. Oh, too late. Well, hey, you're here when I do that. That's funny. Maybe with two hands. I'm sorry. Okay, now I'm really going to stop.